Hey guys, welcome back. Week 1 of the Nexus Fantasy Football League. Each week I'm going to have predictions of who I believe might actually pull this off. Maybe we'll have some upsets. Maybe we'll even have just straight up beatdowns. Now, every single week we're going to have a video posted of exactly the predictions of what I feel, and possibly whoever's around, they may even tell you who they feel. We might get a celebrity to show up. We might even just get any of the players that are in this league to show up and explain what they feel of who they're going to beat that season. Or maybe even this week. Who even cares? But I'll tell you right now, this is what's going to happen right now. We're going poke high, touchdown Bundy all the way. So, this is pretty simple, straight facts. I'm going to print out the exact matchups. I'm going to go through the matchups and I'm going to explain my personal feelings and who I feel might be able to pull this win out. Now, the best way I'm going to put it down this way. Straight up, the winner this year will have the big trophy. If not, we're looking at getting a championship belt that you can hold for the entire year until you are then beaten for the next season. However, right now we're working on probably getting a really nice trophy. If you've ever watched the show The League, we're kind of basing it off this. So you have enough time to pay your $10 fee. It's only a one-time fee. It's due by the trade deadline, which I believe, I'm not sure, but it might be week 10 or something. But we'll figure it out then. Now, after looking at every team, after the draft, and after what everybody's been doing with the trades and everything, I mean, obviously we've seen some ridiculous trades going down, but team's looking pretty good. I'm really surprised at how well a lot of you guys did, and I mean, it's gonna be interesting. There's a lot of teams out there. I'm not even sure who really can walk away with a win right now. I mean, I know I might have a better shot, but the point is, I'm not really sure who could really walk away with this championship. The only team that actually worries me, obviously we all know, is the Rumblers, because I'm not really sure if he's really focusing on what's going on with his team. But, you know, the whole AJ Green, Hayward Bay trade, I don't know what was that about. You know, trade rape 100 all the way. You're going after, you got a top 3, top 5 receiver for a guy that could probably go round 10. If not, he hits round 11. Hayward Bay's not really that great, especially when you got Demarius Moore there. So that changes everything. Now, let me get into what we really need to work on to, and that's the week 1 matchups, and this is how it's going to work. The first matchup we have is the Rumblers taking on Trees. Now, I'm looking at it this way. Now, they have the prediction as the Rumblers getting 102 points. To me, personally, that's a little too high. I'm not just saying that to knock his team or anything, but, you know, there's nobody there, really, to impress me. I mean, you got Matt Ryan. I'm very impressed with Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan's going to have a great fucking season this year, and I say that's going to be where the base of the points come from. You got Steven Jackson and Darren Sproles. And the problem with this is, I love Darren Sproles. I think Darren Sproles is a great fucking running back. And Steven Jackson is automatically a great fucking runner. But this year, I actually feel Steven Jackson's going to slide a little bit. I don't see Steven Jackson pulling off a great season. The fact that you have Jeff Fisher now as your coach might change a little thing. Jeff Fisher does like to throw the ball. So the fact is, we might see Sam Bradford really getting some throws in there. Steven Jackson's going to get his runs in. I see more of an 800-yard season this year. Maybe pulling, if he pulls off 1,000, I'd be surprised. The fact is that the Rams are not a tough team. They're not a really tough team. They don't score a lot of points, and their defense is absolutely shit. They're working on their defense, but now you got Fisher there, so the defense is going to be better. But the fact is, we look back with Darren Sproles. Again, Darren Sproles, great running back. Guy can fly. Guy's a very good player. The fact, though, you have Pierre Thomas still there, and you have Mark Ingram there. They're going to work on Mark Ingram to come bring Mark Ingram back up. Darren Sproles is not going to get that much going on with himself. He gets his punt returns. He gets kickoff returns. He's still going to be running. But, I mean, come on. Pierre Thomas, he's still nasty. Surprised somebody finally picked Pierre Thomas up. Anyway, he's going to be traded by the middle of the season. The guy's still going to have a great season. Now, working onto his receivers with the Hayward Bay. Jordy Nelson's still nasty. The problem is you're playing with the Packers, and the Packers throw the ball to everybody. Not just one person. They like to throw the ball around. So I'm not basing up on that. We're looking at Peyton Hillis as your flex player. I feel good with that one. Peyton Hillis is a great fucking player. Problem is, playing with the Chiefs, you got Jamal Charles there. You got to look at it that way. Peyton Hillis will get the ball, and Peyton Hillis will make sure that he runs the ball. Problem is, we don't know how that injury is really going to affect him. New England defense, not happy with that. New England defense, they don't have a defense. The only reason they can win games is because of their quarterback. Now, looking at the matchups, I do see that Trees is definitely pulling this win off. Aaron Rodgers as your fucking quarterback should automatically be a win. for you. Matt Forte is a great pickup, and I feel that's going to be great. Now, Trent Richardson, I don't trust Trent Richardson right now. I'm not happy with this guy right yet. I feel that he's going to be a good player, but I think it's too early. I don't feel with that the defense is good, but I don't feel the offensive line can really hold Trent Richardson to make him who he really is. You got Whedon as your quarterback, and he's gonna flop because no fucking quarterback that for the Browns can ever really do good. Then we look at him, Larry Fitzgerald and Julio Jones, great fucking receiving core. Happy with that, no problems. Jermichael Finley, that's all I can say. Jermichael Finley. David Akers is a kicker. David Akers was the best kicker last year. Simple as that. What you got? Let's see. What's this? Philadelphia defense. Good defense. They took at least one major player as DeMarco Ryan from the Houston Texans. So they're going to have a very good defensive core this year. Problem is they were supposed to have a good defensive core last year. Didn't work out for their plan. I think Andy Reid's going to be able to hold it down this year. If he doesn't, we all know he's going to get his ass fired. So, week 1 matchup. Rumblers, trees. I got trees. Moving on to the next one. I printed it out. Let's see here. Now, all right, so we got week 1 matchup, game 2. We got the Bone Crushers, who used to be the Jets, but they're the Bone Crushers now. They're playing off of Dirty Sanchez. You know, the little mustaches again. It's a little piece of shit. Now, they have it as a very good lock. We got 118 for the Crushers. We got 118 for Sanchez. Now, I don't go with point blah blah. That don't count. That means nothing to me. So, who do I feel is going to win this matchup? To be honest with you, by looking at exactly who's playing who, I don't know. I honestly have no fucking idea who's going to win this matchup. Now, I'm looking at it really quick right now. And to be honest with you, I look closely. I see who's got who. I see all this stuff. But I'm not sure. You got Vincent Jackson, whom I traded away. I don't care about Vincent Jackson. He doesn't impress me. I gave away, of course, Chris Johnson, but that's okay because, again, this year, I just don't feel Chris Johnson's going to have a great season. That was just good for me, just to get rid of him. Now, looking closely, I honestly, to be honest with you, I feel that Dirty Sanchez is pulling this one off this week. I don't think that the Bone Crushers are going to be far behind, but I don't think they're going to take it this week. They're still going to be a tough team. Always remember the Bone Crushers. They will be a tough team. Now, Dirty Sanchez, on the other hand, that's a tough team. The fact that you even pulled off, like I said before, the fact that you got A.J. Green for fucking Hayward Bay was absolutely ridiculous. But the fact that you got it is going to help you out a lot. So so that's going to mean right now, I feel, right up here, that Dirty Sanchez is taking this game. Now, if the Bone Crushers pull it off, I wouldn't be surprised. But I have my heart set, and that's not a pun intended, on Dirty Sanchez for this week, Game 2, Week 1 matchup. Moving on to the next one. This is my favorite matchup of all time. We have the Funky Cole Medinas against none other than Touchdown Bundy. Now, I'm not going to be a hateful person. I'm not just going to say that I'm going to win because, hey, it's my fucking team and I'm playing against Alex. But I'm going to base it off the way it says. The projections are coming out where Alex got 118, I got 124. Makes sense both sides. Both sides have great quarterbacks. Look at it this way. The fact that you got Tom Brady throwing is automatically a great fucking start. The fact that I have Cam Newton, we don't know what Cam Newton is going to do this year. He is a flip-flop. He had a great season last year for his rookie season, but could he match his rookie season? I don't know. I'm hoping that he does, but the dude throws and he runs, and I couldn't let him go. The fact that we got LaShawn McCoy. He's got Darren McFadden. Run DMC. Problem with Run DMC is you can't trust him yet. He's a great fucking running back. He did a great season last year, but he's injury prone. And we got to watch out for the injury prones. Now, you're looking toward, he got, who's this? Roy Helu. You got Helu as the other running back. I don't feel he's going to have a great season this year. That is a great, they have a great squad in Washington. The problem is, you got Robert Griffin III. If you need somebody to run, let his fucking ass run. Why do I need to pass it back to this guy? You don't got Clinton Portis no more. You don't got that type of style of running. Helu is not going to do shit for you. So personally, as not as you're even your opponent, I personally don't think you should even have him starting. But that's up on you. You got Sean Green on your bench. Personally, I'd rather Sean Green start than have fucking Helu start. Now, Greg Jennings, the fact that you got Greg Jennings is automatically great. Problem is, again, like I said before, when it comes to with the Rumblers, it's the Packers. They throw it all over the place. Roddy White, Nothing to say. Roddy White's just the best. Let me see here. You got Minnesota defense. Now, at first it's a Minnesota defense. Who the fuck you want Minnesota defense? I see who they're playing. They're playing Jacksonville. Problem with that is that you got Rashad Jennings going to be running, and he's going to run all over their asses. So I'm happy about that. Michael Turner. That's for me. Got Wes Welker and Brandon Lloyd. Now, I knew I had to keep up with Alex with that whole Tom Brady thing. I know he's praising Tom Brady. So what I did was I went smart. I picked out the 2 receivers that Tom Brady has. I feel that my 2 receivers, I mean, Tom Brady has a good game. My receivers are going to have a good game with them. So I'm basing it on that. Hopefully that works out. Personally, I have Jimmy Graham as my tight end. That's Drew Brees' buddy. We're not going anywhere with that one because that's fucking awesome. Stevie Johnson, the flex play. Looking at that one, you got fucking Fitzpatrick throwing to Stevie Johnson. Fitzpatrick has an amazing arm, great fucking quarterback. Still in the fucking free agents, don't know why, but he's there. And Stevie Johnson, awesome guy. San Francisco defense, I pulled that out in a trade. Everybody knows I wanted Houston because I actually do like the Houston Texans, and I do feel they're going to be a very tough team this year. But the fact is, whatever. San Francisco is another one of my favorite teams. I'll take San Francisco. They're a good they're a good fucking team, good fucking defense this year. And, of course, you have one of the best coaches in the fucking league. Otherwise, the best pickup the year, I had to say for myself, is Shane Graham. Shane Graham is kicking for the Houston Texans right now. Shane fucking Graham. I had fucking Ray Finkel. I said, no, I need Shane Graham, and I picked Shane Graham up. So personally, who do I feel is going to win this week matchup? I got to go with myself. I'm sorry, Alex. You know I love you. You're like my brother from another mother, but I got to be honest with you. You have no fucking shot against me. I got to say Touchdown Bundy is going to go this year, and he's going to take this week, and he's going to beat you. And then he's not going to have sex with his wife. That's as much as we're going to get out of it. He's going to probably want to kill his wife and kids. But the fact is, the Funky Cole Medinas will not beat Touchdown Bundy this week 1 matchup. And that's my pick for this week matchup. Next one, we're moving on. We got the Galgamex Vaginal Teeth. Great fucking name. Love the fucking episode. That shit is hilarious. Against Lay Dat Ass, which, I'm sorry, is another great fucking name for a fucking team. And in a way, it kind of goes. So, we're moving on to see who's going to win this week up match. Now, I look at it this way. They got Lay Dat Ass. He's got 114. And Galgamex got 115. So we got another close fucking battle. And I got to be honest with you. I don't know who's going to pull this one off either. They have Galgamex right now projected higher. But to be honest with you, going through everybody, the fact that, let's be real here. Galgamex, Sean, you've been trying to trade away half your players, left and right. The only people you're trying to keep really is obviously, Andre Johnson and Arian Foster, which would make sense. I wouldn't want to get rid of them either. But the fact is you're really trying to get rid of this Macklin dude. Nobody wants Macklin. Let's be real here. Nobody wants him. I don't want Macklin. Nobody wants Macklin. Nobody wants C.J. Spiller. Nobody wants Michael Crabtree. Keep him on your bench. I do feel they're going to have good seasons. There's no reason to drop them 1, 2, 3 every trade you need to make. So we're going to go on with what goes on with that. But the fact is they do have a decent core. You got Chicago, which is a great fucking defense. But I got to move on to Lay Dat Ass, Layden's team. I personally feel this team is fucking sick. You're going to have to watch out for this team. The fact that you got Rapelessburger, the first thing, he may have raped somebody, but you know what? The dude can fucking play. That's how it works. The fucking running back core of Ray Rice and Marshawn Lynch is automatically fucking awesome. I don't know about Lynch this year. I'm a little concerned with him, but I do feel that he's going to at least have 1,000 yards rushing. He's going to have a good season. I don't think it's going to be an amazing season, but it's going to be a good season. Ray Rice is still the fucking man. You can't hate on Ray Rice. The fact you got Dwayne Bowe and Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant is going to have a career season this year. Dwayne Bowe is just good, but Dez Bryant is going to get you what you want this year. I know it because it's fucking Dez Bryant is awesome, and you got Tony Romo throwing to him. And what do you know? You have Tony Romo on your fucking bench. Great fucking team, I feel. Aaron Hernandez, not really impressed with that. The reason I say Aaron Hernandez, I'm not impressed, is because you have Gronk. Aaron Hernandez will score touchdowns. He will get balls thrown to him, but the problem, I feel, is you got Gronk. Why do you need another guy? But he's still going to have a good season. Not saying anything. Reggie Wayne is your flex player, is automatically an awesome flex player. Andrew Luck needs someone to throw to. Reggie Wayne is still good. So we might as well throw to somebody. Throw it to him. And Baltimore is your defense. Seriously, you can't ask for anything better. So, my week 1 prediction of this matchup between Lay Dat Ass and the Galgamex vaginal teeth, I gotta go with lay that ass. I'm sorry. I don't see how that team can lose this matchup, especially if the teams that they're playing this week. But I do feel that the vaginal teeth will be tough enough. And it's not 4 feet wide, it's 3 feet wide. Just keep that in mind, Sean. Moving on to the final matchup of this first week of the Nexus Fantasy Football League. And we got Lotus Flowerbomb against the Coney Island's Finest. Personally, not feeling the name, the Finest. Kind of reminds me of like the cops, maybe firemen. I don't really like it. But it's Shane, and Shane's a good guy, so we'll keep it. Lotus Flowerbomb, it's a great song. Wale, personal favorite rapper of mine. So, moving on, what they have, predictions. Lotus Flowerbomb 108 against the Coney Island's Finest, which is 120. Now, I do feel this actually makes sense, and I do feel, honestly, that the Coney Island Finest will pull this win off. Looking at everything, the fact that you got Eli Manning in the first round, it's a great quarterback. You know, he's fucking awesome. I love Eli. Not a first round pick, really. You had better choices. You should have went after somebody a little better. Ma Bradshaw hurt, so not going to have a good season this year. David Wilson's going to take over. He's awesome. That's how I say it that way. Reggie Bush is who actually I was looking into. Reggie Bush is going to have a great season this year. If you don't believe me, watch the fucking games. We're looking at Victor Cruz. We already know Victor Cruz. He's going to have a good season, but I got to tell you, he's not going to be able to repeat last year. The reason I'm saying this is because Victor Cruz, I mean, he's going to get double teamed. And they're looking at, oh, what about Hakeem Nicks? Well, what do you fucking know? None other than Shane does have Hakeem Nicks. Hakeem Nicks will have a good season this year. Victor Cruz will not have a great season, but he will have a good season. He will still score his touchdowns. We'll see some salsa dancing. That's as far as we're going to get, but I got to tell you, he's not going to repeat next year. Well, no. He's not going to repeat last year. Excuse me. Marquise Colston, I've been trying to get this fucking guy out of her for God knows how fucking long, but she's not giving him up. The fact is, Marquise Colston will have an amazing season this year. The fact that you got Jimmy Graham and Marquise Colston, you got a great receiving core. Drew Brees will throw the fucking ball, and Colston will catch the fucking ball. And he got his contract, so we're going to have a good season with him. Brian Selleck is a great fucking pickup. That's all I can say when it comes to tight ends. Great fucking pickup. Looking at other words, what do we got here? New Orleans defense. I like the New Orleans defense. Problem is that whole little scandal that went down. It's going to hurt him a little bit. They're still going to be good, but they're not going to be great. Lawrence Tynes as your kicker. We just found this out yesterday that Lawrence Tynes is now joining the Lotus Flowerbomb team. Yeah, I mean, I like Lawrence Tynes and everything. The guy misses a lot. That's the only problem with me. You're going with the Giants, and I feel you want to be big blue to the heart, but that's fine. When it comes to fantasy football, it's not about the team you like. It's about the players you want to win with. Do I personally feel Lotus Flowerbomb is going to hold the trophy this year? No, I don't. But do I think that she can pull this game off? No, I don't. Honestly, she's going to be tough to beat. There's a good team, but she's not beating the Coney Island's Finest. So look at it this way. Jay Cutler going against Indianapolis, automatic win. We're looking at Frank Gore is a great fucking running back, great pickup. Fred Jackson is an amazing running back, and he's going to kill the Jets this year. Who else we got here? We got Calvin Johnson. Here's the only thing. I love Calvin Johnson. Huge fucking fan. I think he's going to have a great fucking season. The problem with this is he's on the Madden cover. And I honestly believe in that shit because if you really look at it, everybody's pretty much fucked up. So I hope he doesn't get hurt. Maybe when you play me, maybe he'll like twist his ankle. Then I could beat you. But otherwise, I think he's going to have a great fucking season. Definitely 1,000-yard receptions. Otherwise, if he doesn't, that's pretty bad. And obviously the Madden curse still exists. We're moving on. We got Hakeem Nicks. Already discussed the whole thing with Hakeem Nicks. Great season. Vernon Davis is a great tight end. He's going to have a great season this year. Problem with the fucking Niners is Alex Smith does like to throw the ball around a lot. But I wouldn't worry about that too much. Vernon Davis is a great target for him anyway. Willis McGahee as your flex player. I feel Willis McGahee is going to have a great season this year. The problem with this is we got Peyton Manning there. Peyton Manning throws the ball a lot. And the thing about Peyton Manning is he does like to dump pass to his running back. So you might be able to pull that one off. The fact that he's got his running back, Willis McGahee, great running back regardless. I personally feel Willis McGahee will finish this season off and will not be no longer with the Broncos. Where we go? We got the Giants defense. Giants defense is a great defense to have. The secondary still sucks. Our secondary probably will always suck, to be honest with you, when it comes to the Giants. So, yes, That's pretty much it with that. It comes to that team. But for this week 1 matchup, I'm going with the Coney Island Finest. I don't see how he can lose. If he does, I laugh. That's all I can do. That ends my whole thing for week 1 matchups. Anybody got some questions? You got some feedbacks? You want to comment? I don't give a fuck. But to tell you the truth is, I go by what I feel. And honestly, I can't see why anybody of these people that I'm choosing would lose. And if they do, surprisingly, let's backtrack and see who I chose for what I picked. Let's go. We got that week 1 matchup. Rumblers, Trees. I'm going with the Trees. Bone Crushers, Dirty Sanchez. Got to go with Dirty Sanchez on that one. Funky Cole Medina's, Touchdown Bundy. Poke high all the way. Going with Touchdown Bundy. Lay that ass. Galgamex, your vaginal teeth motherfucker. I'm still going with Lay that ass. And to tell you the truth, Lotus Flower Bomb and the Coney Island Finest. Pull your guns out because the Finest are taking this one. And that is my week 1 matchup. I'll see you next week. And maybe we'll have more to talk about with a special guest.